Tuesday's video is going to be fun because it is going to be a mixtape. Now, I have been wanting to do this for a little while. Sometimes when I make videos, 100% of the time when I make videos, I talk a lot. I take a lot of stuff out, but some of the stuff I take out can stand on its own, sort of, like, because of the ADHD, but it's not long enough to me to merit its own video. So I'm taking those little clips from other videos and I'm mashing them into one. Your mixtape. This is definitely going to be an ongoing thing. Maybe once every 3 months, you'll get a mixtape video. There was one that I did and I accidentally deleted. I'm so mad because it was on. It was funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It'll be in a different video. Hang on. I hear her. Do y'all hear her? Miss Hetty. Guess what she's wearing? She's wearing the now finished and beautifully blocked shawl that I made for my May inspiration calendar project. I am so incredibly happy. With that all out of the way, have I left anything off? I think I've said all the things.
Later.
It's funny looking at this, and I know that this is just the picture or whatever, but compared to what I had done previously, this seems much simpler, and I'm going to say that in a not in a negative way at all, again, especially for somebody who has been out of practice for over 20 years. So this might work to my advantage. I'm just kind of glancing over the instructions on the back. I'm excited to try it. I mean, I'm really, really excited. If you are a cross stitcher, you definitely have a rabbit hole of patterns and kits and, I guess, printed cloth to look at on the VIP CrossStitch website for sure. When it comes to my hooks, I do have a sensory thing. So if you do also have a sensory thing, stay away from it depends on how your sensory thing works, I guess. See, again, these are in plastic and they have the plastic, and as they're rolling around together inside, I can feel, it's like it's making a sound. I mean, like they're rubbing up against each other and I can hear it's like they're grating again. The hooks are fine. I just can't get past the sensory, if that makes sense. The hybrid ones that are, kind of rubbery, but not as rubbery as a more knockoff. It's not bad. And I like that the size is embedded. The hook shape is a boy. If you're used to that, then this should be fine because it is ergonomic, and that's always a plus. So if I was going to rate like from best to worst, personally, out of the 3 sets, so we have it. How many? Did they all come with 8? 2, 4, 6, 8. No, that's 9. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9. Okay. So if I'm going to rank them, okay, here's this one. This is the hybrid. And this are the plastic ones. I would go with the hybrid first. Like, that's my top choice, the hybrid. And I guess these would be second, again, because of the texture thing, excluding the case and the schmegginess of that. And then last would be these. Again, just because of me and my sensory issues. I have to set this down now. So there, let me put these hooks. And last but not least, words. An update on my tank for Tanks and Teas 2023. Remember I had told you that I had started making the sagebrush tank and then stopped because I realized it was made in 2 pieces. And here's piece number 1. So cute, so drapey. Well, after I swatched my brains out yesterday trying to find another tank, I just stopped, I collaborated, and I listened. And the voice that I heard said, girl, just finish that tank because you are literally halfway done. So here is the beginning of the second piece of that tank. There we go. Now what freaked me out was how much bigger the first piece is than the second piece. But I remembered when I was working on the first piece and I saw how thin it was, I was freaking out. So I went ahead and blocked it just so I could get a better idea and better understanding as to what the finished project will look like. And it made me so happy. So I had to remember that going in here because it looks really, really, don't mind this, because, well, we're going to put that on the inside. So don't you worry about that. See, it's gone. Look, like magic. So because it's ribbing, there is some stretch in here. And then with the blocking, it's going to stretch even more. So I think this grew, I think, let me see if I can give you a side-by-side rough estimate. All right. So now the one in front is the one I'm currently working on. So I haven't finished this front strap, but I want you to see the side. Okay, so here's the original, or this is the one I'm working on now. This is where it ends. And this is it blocked. That's a lot. And I have a plan in case, just in case the pieces are not long enough to go on to fit together on the side. I'm okay because I want to do some kind of decorative side anyway. So some neat decorative stitch or something that'll be the sides. So even though to the naked eye, not the naked eye, to the passerby, they're going to be like,
oh girl, that is a beautiful top. And look at all that side lacy, blah, 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 blah.
And I'm going to be like, yeah, it was too small and I had to extend it. But yes, I'm excited again, which again, yesterday was just nuts. Every swatch I made, every single one, they're like, puh, too big, puh, too small, puh. Couldn't find an in between. No, it never got, it was either way too small or way too big. No in between. There was no baby there. All the porridge was hot or cold. Anyway, I should be finished with this by next week for sure. Y'all, my Crojo is so back. It is so back. It is on. It is on. And I know I have been cranking out some stuff, but it wasn't as that this shawl, y'all, it got me over the hump. It got me through. It was over the river, through the woods, underneath, above. It was all the prepositions. You hear me? All of the prepositions. Once that was done, I'm like, wow, 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 wow. And I can do stuff. Anyway, I hope that you have been entertained. I hope that you like this video. And if you did, please like this video, comment, share, say all the things. Let's talk. Oh, before I forget, y'all's response to my to my last Chit Chat Cafe with my wrong number shawl story. Oh my gosh, y'all are just so amazing, so rad. Y'all are just the best people in the world. Reading the comments, I cried, I laughed, I smiled, I cried some more. I was so afraid of telling that story, not because of the story, but because, you know, when you kind of putting your emotions out there, and I know I talk about having ADHD, and that is not necessarily something that anybody wants to advertise unless they make their username something like, I don't know, crochet ADHD, but whatever. Having that kind of emotion out there is so word, okay? And y'all picked up my heart. Y'all dusted it off. You wrapped it up in a nice homemade crocheted blanket. You took it home and you just took care of it. And y'all are to be commended. If nobody has told you this today, you are awesome. Okay, just from now on, if you're having a bad day any day, we'll put a timestamp on here and you can just play back this part where it says you are awesome, because you are awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for accepting me as part of your weird and strange and odd crowd. Okay. Thank you for just making me feel like it's okay to tell some deep stories. I have a lot of stories. They don't always paint me in a good light. I mean, if again, practically our introduction was me telling you about shopping while I was under the influence of medication. That's not the same. Y'all were complete strangers then. It's one thing when you talk about, when you talk to a complete stranger knowing full well you'll never see them again. That's a whole different thing.